Hey everybody, this is JJ from the tradingsyndicate.org. Hope you all had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Enjoyed the 3-day holiday. I'm doing a little market update for, I know we had some trading today and Sunday night, but I don't really count that. We'll see what tonight's open brings into Globex at 6 o'clock Eastern time and set us up. It's going to be a shortened week. People are still going to be filtering back into work. So I'm thinking kind of balance where we are now. I don't normally do composite profiles, but I did one from August 22nd to the 28th right there. And you can see this is Friday. So a Friday high, Friday low. And until we get a break of 64.52 to the downside or 65.03, I wouldn't get too concerned about these things. Just maybe we get some nice back and forth action. So what you're going to do is let Globex open up, find a nice balance zone, and then sit and trade both sides. There's some levels here that I mapped out just using a simple market profile chart. You can see 63.70. If we break 63.70 on liquidation, we're looking to do down to 63.60, and that's a little bit of a balance zone that we had before the move up, using that day's high and that day's low as well. Um, the reason why, not that I'm short biased, but you know, September, we really don't know what's going to happen. And just in case we do get a liquidation, there are some areas that you should be aware of. Um, especially if you're a short seller and you're expecting lower, there's going to be areas where there's going to be a little bit of support, like right here at this 64.44 area. There are single prints or basically a supply gap where there is no supply from, and I'll show you on the next chart, around 64.30 to 44 and change. So areas like that you want to be aware of. And just uh, as we go into September, and then we want to try and reset cost basis going into the third quarter because, going straight up is great, but a little liquidation wouldn't be so bad. Then people could reset their cost basis and then they'd look like heroes in December once they mark up that cost basis, right? So just keep that in mind. Those are my downward levels. We'll go show you if we take out Friday's high, right? That's really what I'm looking at. And then we have our all-time high here up here in the 65.23-ish area. My target would be 65.47 if we actually crank up there. We'll see. There are areas in this market where we have some pretty significant short positions. One of them, as I said, was 64.44 down to 64.28. There's a short position right there for you. So all that means is what's the simple non-gibberish, how do you use that, right? If you get a break of that, when it comes down into that area, look for some bids. So you're not going to be the only one buying. You might want to cover a little bit. If you're short 70, 68, and it comes down into that area for larger traders, look for some responsive buying because shorts are trapped up there from that. Powell and his Jackson Hole thing that pushed the market up, threw the market up over 64.48, and we've been staying above 48 and primarily above 58 for now for quite a few trading sessions. So a break of 64.58 quarter will definitely help downside prices. And then if we take out that low, right? There are things that I call a swing low, and it's kind of like a pinata low. If you take out that low at 64.44 half, all of the candy, those swing traders. They're not long-term investors, right? They'll start coming out if we take out that low. Now, the problem with these markets, and I'm just going to say this because I shouldn't get everybody biased short, right? If you hold price steady long enough, right? Like a lineup in a nightclub, if you keep a lineup outside a nightclub, and you make people stand in line for 3 hours, people will come and stand in line. So price stability creates buyers. People go, oh, hey, it's safe to go in, right? They see everybody else lining up and buying there, and then you get that kind of move. And then once again, that all-time high is your target. Okay. So just remember that if we can't get under 64.58 this week, be careful short, right? Just because you think a market is too high doesn't mean the people with real money think it's too high, right? And the people who want it to go higher so their numbers look better going into the last quarter, right? Remember, those are the people who, who have the juice and get to see the order flow and know how to negotiate that market. Now, this is what we do at the trading syndicate, right? This is for a lot of people who've never worked in markets or don't understand markets. This is new to you. You don't understand the market, but most people still think they can negotiate it and trade it, right? That's not savvy, right? You need to learn how to negotiate and trade in this business, right? Come to the tradingsyndicate.org. Steve's got a sale going on. Come check it out, right? Let's go take a look at tonight. Globex open. So we closed up here at 64.83. I used the last full trading day before the holiday. That's Friday. So I use Friday's high, low, and close. And you'll see Sunday night and this little session that we had today that I didn't even watch, right? That'll tell you there's just bouncing back and forth. One thing you should be aware of is look at these two lows here. There's something very structurally interesting here. The lows right here, if you're short, that's, as they say for short sellers, underneath 64.77. That's flavor country for short sellers, okay? You got a poor high, of course, and you've got this low. It's not a poor low, but the bids under here. So that's where the unfilled buy orders are, and that's what creates support. Competitive selling at 84. So if we open and go back and forth, that could be your balance for the open, right? Your lower stops are down here. We'll mark those out for you. And that way you can be aware of where you want to transact. So lower stops are down at 67.5, and then underneath that at 64.60. The upper stops are 64.84, and then up here at 85.5. And each one of these highs will be a stop. Now, that profile will disappear for a lot of people when Globex opens, but I'll leave the stops marked just in case. And then there's that Friday high, 65.03. So, if you're long, those are your targets. If you're short, these are your targets, right? Look for back and forth trading because I don't think a lot of people are going to be back from holidays, until Tuesday, Wednesday, and they'll start sort of shuffling in the office, right? So thank you very much. We'll have more videos. We're going to have a lot of exciting stuff in the room this fall. The focus will always be taking regular people and getting them profitable and getting them consistent and thinking like traders so they can act like professionals and make a living. And that's what we need to do, right? Right now, you can decide to learn how to trade the market from those who have actually created markets. Don't be a desperate trader. Be sharp. Learn how to make money. Learn how to manage your business. Learn how to handle your business, right? We'll teach you that, right? We have the room and we also have my lifetime mentoring where I work with you for as long as it takes to get you up and going. I'm JJ. Thank you very much. We're the tradingsyndicate.org. I'm live on YouTube under VWAP Trader 1 every day at 7:30 a.m. London time. That's London, UK, and live at 9 a.m. New York time. And I do free sessions on YouTube. Come check us out. Join us. DM me. I'm VWAP Trader One on X. I hope you've had a wonderful Labor Day, folks, and let's get to it. As they say where I grew up, pitter patter, let's get at her. Let's saddle up and make some money this year, okay? Reach out if you need me. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much. Bye for now.